Sup nerds, I'm Tom.
And I'm Aaron.
And we're taking a look at Muse by Quick Simple Fun Games, otherwise known as Dixit, the team version.
So far, every game that I've played from Quick Simple Fun has been quick, simple, and fun. I think that's what they aim for. This game is really quick. You're just playing to try and get 5 victory points, which are scored by either getting your team to guess the right picture or getting the other team that you gave these pictures to guess wrong. When it's Tom's team's turn, I'm going to take 6 of these cards and 2 of these clue cards. Choose one of the clue cards that gives him like some secret way of giving the information to his team, and one of the cards of the 6, like, here you go. Come up with something for that. He comes up with his word, or it could be a pose. It's a bunch of random things, and most of the time it says non-fictional because
it's important. Well, and just so you guys know, if you go to play this game, Wakanda is not a real place. Okay, just to clear the confusion up now.
He gives that card back, and then I shuffle these up and deal these 6 out. So it's kind of like a lot of other games, like
Dixit. Or Mysterium. Well, Mysterium is much more complex, but it's the same, like, really wacky artwork, but you're supposed to be able to interpret something from it.
Yeah. By giving, the name of an article of clothing, or,
drawing something with your arm, or humming a tune or something.
Saying a 6-letter word, or the name of a movie, the name of a game. There's tons of different ways to give your clue, and it makes you kind of think outside the box. It is tough to play it the right way. We actually, the first time we played it, I'd be like, okay, here's your card, and here's the thing you got to give, and here's the other cards. So you got to kind of reference them and play it. It felt to me at that point kind of like code names, pictures, where like you could like look at them like, okay, I want to give a clue that pertains to my picture but not the other ones. But that's the wrong way to play this.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I still had fun doing it that way, but there were a lot of clues that you could give that you're like, that's really good, because it doesn't look like any of those other things. Mm-hmm. But
I feel like we spent too much time looking at 6 pictures, trying to think of one clue to match this one, instead of just looking at it and going, I'm going to give this clue. And then give that clue, and just hopefully your team gets it.
It is cool that it's the other team that picks it. It's not just like some random thing or whatever. It is a little hard for like a team to crowd around and look at all the cards, and like everybody's giving input and stuff. You know what I mean? We even had to just be like, because we had 2 teams. We had a team of like 5 and 4 because we had an odd number, and we were like, hey, how about? I mean, we could have done 3 teams of 3, but we did 2 teams. And we're like, you guys just close your eyes, because we're going to have to flop these on the table and take a look at them. Because that just not to the fault of the game, but just a little clunkiness of like the logistics of how this worked out.
Yeah, for us, for my team to pick a card to stump him, you want to pick the one that's like, match this card up with this, and there's no way that he's going to come up with a really good clue for it. Name a non-fictional animal, and it has an animal on it. Like, he could just say that animal, I guess. So you're like, well, let's not give him that card. Let's give him the one that says draw a shape. Like,
there's a decent amount of RNG where you kind of feel like, the 2 cards you're looking at, the 2 prompt cards or whatever, are going to be easy almost no matter what. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like, name a game or name a movie. And like, it depends on your group. But for us, it's like, if it, like the movie one is like, they're going to crush that every time, because there's so many movies and we know movies so well. And, they're such a big part of our lives. You start naming Disney movies and everybody's going to know what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. But maybe there's people out there who just don't really like movies that much. Or maybe there's one guy who loves movies and most of the team doesn't, and they just name like some super obscure movie. Like they're like, ooh, Synecdoche, New York. And everyone else is like, the hell is that?
I think that this game is beautiful. There is just so much unique art going on in all these cards. Like, there's just like, this looks like Neverland, and this is like the 3 Amigos, but they're like, they kind of go beyond that. Like, every one of the Amigos is a different animal, and then there's like, then they do like the backgrounds, some crazy colors and stuff, and they're just kind of psychedelic.
You had said Codenames Pictures earlier, and that is kind of like in Codenames Pictures, they always tried to include a couple different things. It's never like clearly just a picture of this one thing. It's like multiple things meshed together, and I feel like they did a good job of this. of doing that with this. And also, it's a little bit more realistic than Dixit. Dixit sometimes was like really surreal and like, almost abstract in a little bit. And a lot of these, I feel like there's more people in them.
Yeah, there's a lot of animals. There's a lot of humans. There's a lot. Yeah,
there's a lot of recognizable stuff.
Yeah.
Right. In Dixit, sometimes some of the cards in Dixit were just like shapes and colors a little bit.
I definitely think that they did exactly what they're trying to do with this game, trying to make it quick, simple, and fun. It's definitely quick. You're going to be given a card, you're going to look at it, you're going to give a clue, and it kind of feels like, party games of like charades or something like that, where you're just like kind of making a fool of yourself if you're like making a pose or saying a word, and then everybody looks at these things like, why'd you say that word? Like it's just a light game and that's what makes it, simple and fun, is like who you're playing with. If you don't like these kind of games, you're not going to think they're fun. If you do like party games, you like art, you like trying to get people to guess what you're thinking by looking at something, then this is going to be right up your alley.
Yeah, this is definitely a party game. It almost kind of doesn't look like it would be a party game because you may think it's a bit more strategic and you're really thinking, but like you kind of just get goofy with it. And there actually are a lot of like things in the rules where they kind of leave it up to you. It's like you could have one person be the muse, be the clue giver the whole time, or you could choose. We actually played it where we were like, no, the opponent chooses. So like not only you get this card and you have to get them to guess this card, this is your prompt, and you're the one doing it.
Yeah, it's like,
no. So there's a lot of homebrewing you can do. There's a lot of different fun like you can have fun with it in a lot of different ways, which is one of the things that's making me think like, well, it's really just a party game. Like you just like, what is it? Bruce from North Star Games, who said like, dude, these are your toys, man. We give you rules and we tell you what to do, but at the end of the day, it's your toys. Play with your toys however you want. And this is definitely a toy.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably plenty of games that you played wrong in your childhood that if you wouldn't play them the right way, you wouldn't have as much fun. So, learn the rules. The rules are this one little piece of paper. That's it. There's 7 rules. And, if you need to modify them to make them fit your group or, make it harder, make it easier, like, go ahead. Like, you could use these cards for Dixit if you already have, Dixit. Like,
or you could use Dixit cards if you want more options for this probably.
Like, that's the beauty of gaming, and that's the beauty of like party games especially.
And if any of that sounds interesting to you, you can go ahead and click the purchase link in the description box down below and grab yourself a copy, or 2 or 3 or 4.
And while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe so you'll never be bored. Oh, you are my muse.
Yeah.